What is up, YouTube people? This is Dimebags, and we're back with another cool video. Y'all know how I like to do it. I like to be creative, make videos, and I like watching First Amendment auditors. I've learned a lot from watching these videos. Hopefully you will learn with me. I just want to say, if you don't like or have a problem with my freedom of speech, my freedom of expression, or the content of these videos, well, you can kick rocks. We don't need you. We don't have time for you. You can just leave. And I honestly think you should leave my country if that's your stance, because you are the problem. Now let's get into it. Grab some green, roll it up, sit back and relax. Let's have some fun. I'm going to start off this first clip with a female officer who actually does a pretty good job. She does try to get the ID, as they all do, but other than that, she does pretty good. But the one thing about female officers is, you know, she doesn't let her emotions control her actions and everything. But if you take a look at her, the woman in the first clip, she is just a bone rack. She's a stick. She's a pole. There's no way she's going to be able to apprehend or arrest a male criminal who is fighting. So let's just get into it and we'll see.
I'm alright, how are you?
I'm good.
Good.
So we're just making sure that you're not panhandling or anything.
No.
Okay.
No.
So you're good. You're not asking for money.
No, just saying God bless the homeless veterans.
I just make sure
All
we
right.
got it.
My name is Jeff.
I'm Officer Crosby. It's nice
Okay.
to meet you. Yeah,
Nice to
I
meet
just
you.
wanted to make sure that, you know, we get a lot of panhandlers. I just want to make sure.
Oh, do you? Okay.
That's the case. Do you happen to have your ID on you or anything?
I'm just saying God bless the homeless veterans. Yeah, I got my ID in my pocket right here. Is that okay?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. Here's my ID.
Okay, you don't have your ID on you?
I don't.
Okay, because
No.
it came out as possible panhandler. I'm just trying to see if you can identify yourself for me.
I'd rather not. I can tell you my name is Jeff.
Jeff?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not gonna identify yourself for me?
I'd rather not. I'd rather not. Just other than just saying I'm.
As long as you're not panhandling, man.
Okay.
You're good.
All right. Thank
Have
you.
a good day.
Bless you. Stay safe out there.
All right, there you go. Let me know in the comments if you think that lady is physically able to, you know, do her job when called upon. Like I said, not too bad, but just too weak. So let's go to the next one. I do want to mention real quick, the source video for these is from Mr. 5. You'll probably see his watermark there in the corner. Let's thank him. Go to his channel, subscribe, watch his videos. Just lots of great videos there that we can observe and watch and learn from. So go check him out and let's support him.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Great, thank you.
So Juvenile Hall wanted to know why you're videotaping their room.
Just gathering content for a little story I'm working on.
Okay. Is it for like school or something?
Just I have a blog and such.
Okay. Do you have ID on you?
I prefer not to identify.
Okay, I'd like to see it. You're required by law to give me your ID.
Actually, unless I've been suspected of committing a crime, I'm
You're
not required
You're
to.
filming a government building.
From
Okay.
a public sidewalk,
Right, that's
which is
fine.
perfectly legal.
Right. I have the right to detain you. Okay. And you're required to identify yourself.
Well,
You're not being charged anything.
I
You're not
understand
innocent.
that. I understand that, officer, but I do understand California law. Unless you have reasonable suspicion that I've actually committed a crime,
Okay.
filming a government building from a public sidewalk, which is protected by the First Amendment, is not a crime.
No, but I have the right to detain you to figure out what's going on. Okay.
Okay.
You're dressed in all BDUs. You got a video camera, 2 video cameras. Okay.
Okay.
And juvenile hall is concerned. Okay. If no crime is committed, then no big deal. Okay. But I do have the right to identify you. You are required to give your ID.
No, I'm not. Unless you have reasonable suspicion that I've actually committed a crime, I'm not required to identify myself. No. Okay, officer, what am I being detained for?
For suspicion of why you're dressed and acting all weird in front of juvenile hall.
Well,
For suspicion of why you're dressed and acting all weird in front of juvenile hall.
Well,
For suspicion of why you're dressed and acting all weird in front of juvenile hall.
Well, suspicion.
She knows she sounds like an idiot.
Is not a crime.
Right, it's not probable cause. It's reasonable suspicion to detain you to investigate what's going on.
Okay, and I just told you what's going on. Well, officer, at this point, I'd like to speak to a supervisor, so I would ask that you call a sergeant out here.
Absolutely.
How you doing, dude?
Hi, how you doing, sir?
What's going on today?
Just gathering content for a little story.
What?
Just gathering content, like B-roll, for a little story I'm doing.
Oh, what's the story on?
It's just for a blog I write.
What's the blog about?
I'd rather not say it this time, because it's not published yet, so, you know, just getting some B-roll.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, but you understand why we came out here?
I understand.
Okay. Do you think it's a little weird that you're out here filming Juvenile Hall?
Okay. Well, I've been on the public sidewalk the whole time.
Oh, that's
I
fine.
haven't gone
Not
on
saying-
any
not saying
restricted
anything's
areas.
wrong with that,
Okay.
but we just want to make sure that you're not coming out here trying to snoop around and do something, because people tend to do reconnaissance, you know?
Yeah.
You want to talk to the sergeant, I take it?
Yeah, because like the other officer, you know, she asked for my ID. I respectfully declined because, you know, I know what my rights are. Unless there's reasonable suspicion that a crime has actually been committed, I'm not required to identify myself. So the other officer here is suggesting that she has the right to ID me. I'm saying no. So at this point, I think it would be best to have a supervisor come out and we clarify all this.
That's fine.
Okay.
Whatever. Make it easy that way.
So just to clarify, I am being legally detained. I'm not free to leave.
As far as I know, you haven't done anything criminal. We just asked who you were.
Okay.
That's all.
Well, the other officer here said that I was being detained. So.
I think it's suspicious that you're out here filming a juvenile hall.
Okay.
Yeah, I was detaining you to find out who you are.
Oh, so I am being detained.
I am detaining you.
I'm not free to leave then. Okay. All right.
Not accusing you of any crime or anything. Just trying to figure out why you're out here.
Okay. And like I said, I understand that. You got a call for service. You have to come out and investigate. I explained to you what I was doing, but, you know, and you've even admitted that I'm not doing anything wrong. There's no crime being committed. Then I really don't understand why I'm being detained then.
Do you want to speak to our sergeant?
If I'm being detained, yes.
Sergeant Lara, Santa Maria Police Department. Today's date is 1/23. The time is 13 hours. Are you getting that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. I want to stamp too, okay?
Okay.
How can we help you?
Nothing. I just, your officers made contact with me. I explained to them I'm
Okay.
gathering content for a little story I'm doing.
Alrighty.
And one of your officers, she wanted to see my ID. I told her I'd prefer not to. And
Actually, we do have the right to ask you for your ID because they call us here. It is a juvenile hall facility here, so we do have your authority. Okay, so if you're doing a story, yes, we do have that right, sir.
Okay, and I explained to your officer that unless I understand California law, I've been through this before.
Okay.
Unless you have reasonable suspicion that
We do have reasonable suspicions
that I've actually committed a crime.
No.
Hear me out, okay?
Okay.
Listen to her.
So we have people that do reconnaissance on police, on our juvenile hall facilities, jail facilities, people that
Right,
gather
okay.
information, take video surveillance, try to identify us, identify our vehicles, and do all that kind of stuff for malicious purposes, okay? And I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing out here. You're saying that you're doing this for a blog or whatever. So we're detaining you to figure out whether or not you're doing this for malicious purposes or completely innocent purposes. And if it's for completely innocent purposes, that's totally fine. But we do have the right to identify you, okay? And if we ID you and everything's good to go, then you're fine.
And I have a right to decline because I know the law. I know my right. I'm not trying to be confrontational or anything. But unless you have reasonable suspicion that I've actually committed a crime, I'm not required
So listen to the officer there.
to identify myself.
So the way a detention works, right? We don't have probable cause at this point. The reason we detain people is to investigate something to see whether or not a crime has been committed. So when we detain somebody, at that point, we do not know whether or not a crime has been committed or not yet. Okay, it's during the detention we do our investigation to identify that person and find out why they're there doing what they're doing. And if no crime has been committed, there's no probable cause, and that person is free to go. But during a detention, that's when we do our investigation. At that point, the person is required to identify themselves by law. No crime has been committed that I can tell at this point. You're right, that's correct.
Okay.
But we still have the right to detain you and to identify you, okay?
Okay, but
Oh my God, wrong. I don't even know what to say right here. This deputy female is openly admitting that this is how they conduct business. They're first going to detain you, take away your freedom. When you're detained, you can't move. You can't walk away from them. You have to stay there. So when you're detained, your freedom has been taken away. Now, that's not supposed to happen under the color of law unless there's probable cause that you have committed a crime, or you're about to, or you're in the act of committing a crime. So everything these people are saying is violation of our constitutional rights. And then the supervisor over here doesn't want to deal with it at all. He just refers back to the patrol deputy. Unbelievable. This whole department here should be stripped of their badges. It's unsatisfactory and disgusting. This police department here.
okay, but what probable cause is there to suspect that I have committed a crime? I'm filming from a public
Sir, if there was
sidewalk.
probable cause, you would be in handcuffs already. That's what she's trying to explain to you.
Okay.
It's
But we do
detention.
have, exactly, detention just to investigate. And we didn't come out here on our own. They contacted us.
Yeah, you got a call for service. I understand
So,
that.
and if you know the law and everything, you know that part too, okay? And bottom line is, the officer's right, and we do have a job to do, obviously. Taxpayers pay us to do a job, and this is part of the job,
Okay.
okay? So all she's asking for, identification, you know who we're talking to. She's not asking for too much,
Okay.
okay?
And I'm respectfully declining.
Okay, well, we do need an ID, sir.
Okay, well, I'm not going to provide identification. Like I said, I've been through this before. You know, I've been through similar situations.
Let's wait and start our camera too, so that way, I mean, everything's recorded, okay,
Okay.
sir? And what was the call? All right, this is what's gonna happen,
Okay, sir.
okay? We're gonna stand around till you take care of your business, okay? And then whatever you need for your blog, do the filming here from here, and obviously that's private property over there.
Okay.
And then then leave when you're ready, okay? But we're gonna stand around here to make sure that the facility is safe.
Okay, that's
Because
perfectly
there are
fine.
kids in here, and that's our main concern here, kids. Okay? So we don't know what you're doing here, and we don't feel comfortable just leaving you here. So we are gonna stick around, and then when you're ready to when you're done, then you can leave.
Actually, I'm already ready.
Well, then we can get
Yeah.
going then, okay?
Okay.
And everything will be documented. We're writing a report and everything, all the
Okay.
pictures and everything. So we have our own little information too, okay?
Okay.
All right, so whenever you're ready, you can get out of here or
Okay.
whatever you're gonna do.
So I'm no longer being detained. I'm free to go.
You're free to go.
Okay.
All right. Just disgusting procedures there by those police. Just straight up telling him that they're allowed to violate his rights until they figure out what's going on. Disgusting. Let's go to the next one.
So what is this car?
It is a private vehicle
Okay, why does it look like a patrol car?
because it used to be one.
Okay,
That's not a crime.
I understand it's not a crime, but it is a crime to have a light bar with certain colors. That's why I had to
Yeah,
turn
but
your overhead
There,
down.
yeah, there's no red and blues.
So
But
who-
they were pulled out of the push bar too.
I'm sorry, what?
They were pulled out of the push bar too.
Okay, and then, so who did you buy the car from? Why does it still have like the cage and everything in the back?
Because I do security and I've got a dog.
Okay, and
I drive Uber as well, and the college kids get a kick out of it. The door's open from the inside though.
okay. And so what's your purpose of having a light bar on the top?
I do security as well. I'm waiting on amber lights. I'm a freelance contractor.
Who do you do security through?
I'm a freelance contractor
So
at
like
whoever.
somebody hires you out, or I
Yep.
don't.
That's exactly how I do it.
So whoever you bought the car for left everything in there, or do you equip this car with it all?
No, it came like that from Oberlin Police.
From where?
Oberlin Police in Ohio.
Oberlin Police in Ohio?
Yep. They even left some crayons in here. You want some crayons?
I'm sorry?
They left some crayons. You want some crayons? I got.
You're going to be a smart ass with me, sir.
I've been trying to get rid of them. I'm serious. You want some crayons? You got kids? I can even show them to you. I got tons of them.
How do you spell it?
Oberlin.
So they left the MDVR and everything in it.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Their license, registration, insurance as well?
For what crime?
Well, this is a traffic stop, and I have to record everything on my day sheet. And the reason why we're stopping you is to show that you didn't have lights, but therefore it's an investigative stop for that purpose. So you do have to show me your driver's license.
For what crime?
Registration.
For what crime?
For having the light bar.
Is that a crime?
Once I found that it's not the red and blue lights, it's not a crime, but
So,
I still have a traffic stop.
lawfully, I know my rights.
Okay.
I do not have to present ID if there's no crime committed.
I am doing an investigation to investigate that those are not
And
the lights.
there are not blue lights. You saw that.
Okay, you have to provide that you have
If-
insurance
if-
for the vehicle to be on the roadway.
If there has been a crime committed, I have to provide this. So please call your supervisor. Please call your supervisor now. What's your name and badge number?
Psychon 074.
Thank you. And what's your name and badge number, ma'am?
I'll give you a business card for that one, sir.
Okay. That's not how the law states it, but I'll take a business card.
It's Officer Drawer Badge 184, as you can see on my name tag.
Thank you.
As well as I'll provide you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
A business card as well.
I appreciate that.
21, we're on Huron, just in front of the graduate hall.
To operate a motor vehicle on the roadway, you have to have insurance.
Oh, I understand that, but there is this is over something that's not a crime, as you've already seen.
Well, when
So
you're driving
now
on the road without the light bar on, I don't know if it's red or blue.
you already saw it's not red and blue. Therefore, no crime.
That's why I stopped
No
you.
crime has been committed.
Is for that to determine that it is not.
And you've determined that it has not, so no crime has been committed. How you doing?
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I understand you wanted to speak to the command officer?
Yeah.
I
So
can't hear you very well from here. Is there like a wrong window down slightly?
I'm not comfortable with that.
Okay.
For my safety, I prefer it up.
Okay. I just might not be able to hear you very clearly.
Yeah. So you can see up there, there's no other lights in there other than the 4. I was stopped anyways, turn on the lights. I know my rights. No crime has been committed. I'm not providing my ID. I will only provide an ID if reasonable articulable suspicion that a crime has been committed can be stated. And your officer does not want to do that. So it's harassment. I am a disabled veteran. I know my rights. I know the law. I know the Constitution. And it's officers like that I withdrew my support from you guys. And I get there's good ones out there. I'm friends with a few of them myself. But that's not okay. You know, there's no crime committed. I should have already been released. I appreciate that. You have a good night.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
There is not. I hope that your officers get some better training, because that's not okay. It's a violation of my rights. It's ultimately a violation of the law, and I'm not okay with that. Not okay with that.
All right, there you have it. The female supervisor here, she does a good job in recognizing that her patrol officers are violating rights and out of order. So she does a good job. But the other female officers in the video, horrible job. F for them. If you made it this far and liked the video, go ahead and press like. That'll get the video out across the interwebs to everybody else. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that, please. I'd appreciate it. And share it with your friends. Until next time, this is Dimebags, and keep standing up for your rights. Have a great rest of the day, And like I always say, keep on smoking.